Hello, this is TeamBravo, and today we'll be talking a bit about our game Spatium, which was originally titled Shrinky Ship. Over the course of 4 months we have worked on this sole project. Things have changed and lessons have been learned. Let's start this, shall we? What techniques, processes, or ideas did not work? Working with Perforce was a bit challenging at times, and work was sometimes overwritten or deleted. In the end, we eventually decided to have one person be the gatekeeper in dealing with Perforce, while the rest of the members sent the work to the gatekeeper. Another issue that our team had to contend with is some mechanics and ideas had to be scrapped due to the project scope. As well, some project ideas had to be scrapped due to the time constraint of the project itself. What techniques, processes, or ideas work well during development? Skype was extremely essential in giving us the freedom to communicate freely, despite operating on different time zones and schedules. TeamViewer was also another essential program. It allowed us to share and control any presenter's computer so that everyone can contribute and work during a call. Google also played a key role with brainstorming ideas and being able to stay organized. And using applications like Google Docs, it allowed us to stay on the same track and plan our work out for a more cohesive vision. What kind of game did we intend for this to be? We ended up aiming for a retro modern feel for art and gameplay. We also wanted to try our hand at making a game where 2D and 3D meet for a sci-fi space shooting side-scroller. What is the gameplay like? The game plays like a 2D space shooter that is reminiscent of the game Gradius. The player will experience 2 different kinds of enemies, with each of these enemies having a projectile attack that is specific to that enemy. The game also plays a bit like Robot Unicorn Attack, in regards to being a level-based side-scroller where the player uses their abilities to progress through levels. How does the current game compare to our initial version at the start of the final project? The game as a whole plays and feels pretty differently than what we started with at the beginning. We ended up reworking and removing quite a number of features and mechanics to get where we are right now. The game went into a totally different direction midway through development, when we as a team were told that our direction was not defined. We found ourselves lost for a brief moment, and then Shrinky Ship turned into Spatium. The first version of Level 5 didn't exactly have a clear vision of where to go, and generally lacked the polish and, more importantly, the fun that was needed. After receiving feedback that we should maybe consider removing the level due to it not being up to standard, we discussed as a team what we wanted to do with the level. We eventually decided to have more team members work on the level to bring it up to speed, and we did some really cool things, such as with the lighting. The level was made to be a bit darker, and a light was attached to the ship so that the level will look a bit more dynamic as the player's ship goes throughout it. The light shrinks and grows with the ship, so if the player moves faster through the level, they have less light. If the player moves slower, they have more light. Another thing we feel we'd like to bring to everyone's attention is the shockwave ability. We feel it worked out pretty well. The ability to destroy projectiles in a small radius and giving the player a chance to stay alive in a hectic environment, we feel adds to the franticness and fun to the gameplay. Now that this presentation comes to a close, we would like to thank everyone for taking the time to hear more about our project. This project has been a labor of love for us all, and we hope that you get a chance to play it. We promise that you won't be disappointed. This is TeamBravo, and we're signing out.